At a security summit in Singapore, Canada's Defence Minister Anita Anand was meeting with her counterparts from around the world. The topic of the day, China.
Canada always seeks coexistence and collaboration. We will challenge China where we ought to. We will cooperate with China to find solutions on global issues.
But almost at the same time, an incident in the Taiwan Strait caught by a global news television crew. It's the latest in a series of provocative acts by the Chinese military.
Basically, they're bullying and provoking reactions to say that these are their waters and that we shouldn't be there.
Anand spoke to Global News about the incident later in the day.
Canada will continue to sail where international law allows, including the Strait, the South China Sea, and really our overall goal is to increase the peace and stability of this region. And that's why we are going to continue to see more of Canada in this region as set out in our Indo Pacific strategy.
At the summit, Anand announced Canada will increase its naval presence in the Pacific, sending 2 rather than 1 Navy frigate on an annual deployment in the region. Those at the Singapore summit had hoped that top U.S. and Chinese defense officials could find a way to de-escalate tensions in the region. But the U.S. said that China refused to talk. A brief handshake at dinner was all that could be managed.
A cordial handshake over dinner is no substitute for a substantive engagement. And the more that we talk, the more we can avoid the misunderstandings and miscalculations that could lead to crisis or conflict.
The Chinese said the Americans were to blame. This is because of a series of erroneous actions and words made by the U.S. side, this Chinese general said. Australia's Prime Minister warned of the consequences of this breakdown in dialogue.
The consequences of such a breakdown, whether in the Taiwan Strait or elsewhere, would not be confined to the big powers or the site of their conflict. They would be devastating for the world.
David Akin, Global News, Ottawa.